Buenos Dias Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye. And in Menudo style in direct fashion, we're going to get straight into the content of the day. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that the gun is kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. We're going up on this channel. It's all because of you. And for that, I can say I'm very humbled and I'm very, very, very appreciative. So thank you. So as you can tell by my voice, I'm losing it, right? I think my mind's going crazy, right? I'm losing my voice. I've been doing a lot this weekend, just chilling, right? But I got a lot more coming up. A lot of surprises for you guys this week. Taking a trip, going to be out and about. So I will be dropping content, but at the same time, I'm going to let you guys see where I go. Might even be going live from an undisclosed location. You just never know where I'll pop up. But trip out. So I wanted to answer a question that was asked to me about Edgars. You know those motherfuckers with the mushroom haircut? The Pontius Pilate. The Hail Caesar. Right? I don't say Hail Caesar. I say Hail Caesar. Because the motherfuckers look like they're having one when they walk. You ever seen a fucking Edgar walk? It's all head, no shoulders. They're just like this. When they walk, their fucking head it weighs too much because it's like their fucking hair is just accumulating. It's weird, right? But these guys are out there now. I'm starting to notice the explosion. Now, we've talked about Edgars in the past, but it's getting worse. Now you can't go to a gas station and pump gas without one of these little motherfuckers creeping up out of behind a gas tank, right? They're everywhere. Are they suckers? Are they not? I don't think you could define a person by his haircut. I don't think you could judge a person based upon how they dress. I don't think because a motherfucker paints his fingernails, he's a sucker, right? He might not be my type of character, but at the same time, that doesn't mean he won't get off where he's mad at. There's a lot of autos nowadays, in this day and age, we got to understand that this is 2024. We've moved on. We're in the Tesla era, okay? We're in the Elon Musk era. This is a whole different type of Mexican or Edgar we're dealing with. Now, most Edgars, I've even seen black Edgars. You know what I mean? I call them Jamals. I don't know how we get there. They'll be like, oh shit, look at all those Edgars. There's a black dude with a mushroom cloud. I'm like, that's like a Jamal right there, eh? So the Jamals are out there lurking too. The Timothys, the white dude's brother, they're lurking too. So everyone's getting these fucked up haircuts. I don't know. Everyone's thinking they're indigenous natives. They're all trying to go back in time. Marty McFly shit. I just think it's hilarious, man, how they run around with these funny haircuts and tight ass pants trying to act tough. But who's to say they're not? Now, I was asked a question, will the Edgars ultimately take over the California prison system or any prison system that Edgars are in? And what will happen to the old style, the bald, tatted back, Ben Davis, state issue wearing gangsters? Nothing's going to happen. Will they take over the prison system? They could try all they want. But I don't think anyone's going to just let that fly. No, I know states like Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, where the Edgars are like roaches. You want to step on them, they're everywhere. The haircut, the popularity of the haircut and the image might become the majority in prisons, the prison systems over there. But in California, I'll be honest with you, the gangsterisms and the old mentality is so deep. It's so ingrained into the lifestyle of the prison system in California that if Edgars come, if they're super decayed out, just super fucking confuzzled out, super sparklied out, Vatos ain't gonna be having that. Okay, you can get away with the fucking maybe a Swifty Blue fucked up haircut. You might even be able to get away with a little bit of a lazy boy, but you're definitely not gonna get away with the fucking decaying mushroom cloud. It just ain't gonna happen, right? Now, more so than the haircut, it's about the attitude. Okay, the way these Edgars act nowadays. They run in confuzzled packs. You know what I mean? It's kind of like playing Call of Duty. You want to get the black cell pack or do you want to get the confuzzled pack? The fucking Edgar pack. It's only a matter of time before they have an Edgar skin on Fortnite. Like, these motherfuckers are everywhere. But I'll be going through the mall and I'm seeing them all. They're all gathered up, ganged up like they're going to fucking gangbang something at Panda Express, right? And all of a sudden, people move and all I see is fucking hair and eyeshadow. It's a trip. Are these going to be the new breed of gangster in the California prison system? What quietly is kept, they're definitely going to be there. There's definitely going to be dudes brave enough to go in there with the fucked up haircuts. But that gangster mentality, like I said, I don't think will allow them to accumulate like roaches and take over. Okay, it's not like they're sending fucking 100 fucking Edgars from your local mall to prison in one day. There's going to be dudes that get caught up. These Edgars are now the ones handling business. They're out there carrying the guns. Where they put them, how they cheek them, I don't know. Them tight-ass pants don't look like they can fit nothing. But it's funny because I seen a Fresno Bulldog wearing some tight-ass pants with a compulsive haircut pull an AR-15 out from under his balls. They handle business, right? So, to the guy that asked, will they be the majority? No, there would definitely be dudes with the Edgar haircut in there because it's popular. You know, it got popularized. Every time there's a trend, you know, people jump on that and they think it looks cool. And then there's those of us that think it looks stupid. Now, that doesn't mean they're right or wrong. You know, for a while there, I was like, man, I was getting like angry about it. Like, damn, bro, these fools are making the raza look bad with these fucked up ass haircuts. ¿Sabes qué? Get bald and say fucking old school, right? But then I realized how I probably look to people that don't like the bald haircut. How we looked a certain way to people, you know, the Cholo style, the Ben Davises, the Dickies, you know, the Chuck Taylors, the Cortezes. We probably looked like goof troop to the people that were just regular civilians. And they felt the same way that I feel about Edgars. Again, it's not even the haircut. I've seen a couple of Edgar haircuts where I was like, yeah, maybe if I had hair back in the days, I would have, right? You know, I would have faded it in a little bit more. But, you know, it ain't that bad. But it's the image and the mentality. The mentality is they're trying to play half gangster, half chirujo. It's you know, it's like it's like I said, we're in the Tesla era. It's a hybrid. They're a hybrid of a Mexican cholo and Richard Simmons. Like, it's fucking, you know what I mean? I don't know if they're going to go, I don't know if when the cops come, it's going to be woo, 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 or it's going to be woo, 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 woo. I don't know what it's going to be with these motherfuckers. But taking over prisons, no, and I'll explain to you why. When you get to prison, let me tell you about my first day in prison, okay? I was a little nervous. I was a little unaware of what it was going to be. Being a YA baby, having went to the youth authority, that prepared me how to do time. It prepared me for the shenanigans that happened. I knew what was going on with North and South, Norteños and Sureños. I knew what was going on with Africanos. I knew what was going on with the white, we called them the Gavachos back in the day, but the whites, right? The others, like, I knew the makeup and the DNA and the fabric of the different ranflas. But you can never be prepared for a yard and how prison feels. It's more of a feeling than what it looks like. You feel a different type of presence. You understand there's no more fucking around when you go inside. There's no more depending on your homeboys or pretending to be something or utilizing. It's you go in there and you are going to have to stand for your own. So getting there, everyone's kind of looking at you. Everyone's looking at each other. You have to put on this front or this image or be yourself. If you're really with that business, then you be yourself. But I can only imagine. So I remember going in and, you know, talking to a few homeboys, finding out what was what, getting placed with where I needed to be placed with, going through the motions that I went through, and then walking that yard. And I always would look at the Southsiders, and they always were all gathered up on the yard, bald. You could tell a Southerner, right? They're bald, bigger jackets, bigger pants. They had that look. That was their thing. But that's what I expected. That's how I grew up. That's what I expected seeing because it's what I seen in the youth authority. They had a look about them, right? You could tell who they were. An air and the presence of themselves. Then with the Norteños, they had a whole different type of vibe and look. But I knew, you could tell the difference, right? They both looked gangster, but in a different way. You know, they both had a different mentality, but they both were brown. So it was what it was. I chose to be over here with my gente, but I have respect for everyone else. Now, I can only imagine an Edgar getting in there that doesn't look like anybody. He looks sparkly, all fucked up, with the mentality that he's hardcore and he's a gangster and he's what it is. You know, because these new Edgars, they got a whole different mentality. They call OGs or the Cholo style, old heads, right? Old goats and fucking whatever. And, you know, they're running around with the tightest fucking neon spray-on pants that they can find. That ain't gangster. So you're not going to get those. You're not going to get tight-ass tapered pants that you can sag in prison. It ain't going to happen. Where your fucking shoes look like Bozo the Clown shoes. They look like they're the ethnicity shoes. You're not going to get those. You're just going to be, you're going to get your state issue, homie. You know, I think the only way you could tell an Edgar is by mentality, attitude, and by haircut, probably in prison. Now, these dudes are going to prison in mass numbers. You know, the guys with the Edgar haircuts are the new gangster. They're the new breed of Mexicano or Cholo or whatever out there doing it. They're super Cholos. And they're the new ones that are doing things. So, of course, yeah, they're going to get locked up in prisons. But as far as them taking over, their mentality is not strong enough. Now, this has nothing to say with any Edgars not being with the business. Yeah, I give them the respect, man. Don't sleep on those little motherfuckers, right? You know, that they might pull something up out under their fucking Pontius Pilate. You just never know. But as far as them going over there and like deboing the system and becoming the majority, over time, this trend, this haircut, this attitude, this fucking whatever it is, fad, right? Is what we used to call it. It will go away. It would dissipate. It's not strong enough. It's got too many people that oppose it, too many people that think it's game goofy for it to last forever. Okay? Just like the Thiz era or whatever it was, the hyphy era, in the Bay Area, that kind of fizzled out. There are still some that hold on like in Vogue, but most of it fizzled out. It was a cool era though. 2006, it was popping, right? But then it fizzled out. I'm not going to sit here and say it's bad. But I'll sit here and say, in the California prison system, you have to have a mentality. And if you go in there thinking you're all tough, looking like a fucking chiru, they're going to treat you like one. Straight up. You know, it doesn't mean that all Edgars are punks and none of them will handle their business or they can't handle their own. But they'll never be able to have an Edgar gang, you know, their own shit and just take over the prison system. When the guy asked me, he was an Edgar. So he kind of wanted to hear my perspective on it. Like, yeah, are we going to take over? Are we going to take over? You ain't, bitch. Right straight up. Like, he's going to watch me like, damn, you call me a bitch? I mean, calls it as he sees it, right? And I'm just going to be real. But to be honest with you, you know, do I think anybody, and it could be the most hardcore gangster, it could be a Venezuelan gang member, it could be a fucking new era, whatever they got going on, go into the California prison system and take over? No. What is set in stone is etched there. What has grown from the concrete road, the roads that grew from the concrete, like Pac said, is there already. These gangs, these organizations, and these groups are well established in the California system, and nothing will change but the politics that they put out there to change. That's how it is. There will never be another group. There's been groups that have tried to set up shop. There's been people from out of state that went into the prison system thinking, this is what we got going over there, we're going to try to establish here. No biker clubs, no fucking whatever you guys got going on. None of that will be set up in the California system because the powers that may be are too powerful. That's how it is. Okay? Without saying too much. As far as the Edgars go, yeah, they can have the streets. They could think they have the streets, right? But why? I don't understand why these guys with these funny haircuts and tapered eyebrows want to play gangster. Be your own entity. Be in your own thing. Enjoy yourself. You know, I see these dudes and they be mean mugging like a motherfucker. Half of them got the fucking lines in their eyebrows and they're all tutti frutti, fruity, right? They're all weird. And then you have the other half, they're walking like straight gangsters, bro, but they can barely walk because their pants, every time they walk, you walk by Edgar, you hear this. That's the ass cheeks rubbing together because the pants are squeezing them. It's fucking weird, right? I don't understand the mentality. I understand the get down. I don't understand how that is the new cool thing to do, but it is. It is, you know. I got a homeboy. I was talking to him the other day, and his son is confuzzled the fuck out. He's decayed out the game, right? And I told him, hey, don't be watching that decaying character, man. I do be doing shit with A minors. I just don't get them, right? And he's like, no, uncle, I don't get down like that. I was talking to the kid, right? No, I don't get down like that. I said, bro, what's up with that haircut? He was like, this is what the chicks be on now. They like this. You know, he's in high school and stuff. And I understood, and I can't be biased and sit here because I got love for him and be like, oh, that's the nephew right here, man. He's doing his thing. Oh, but look at these other weird motherfuckers. No. I said, y'all weird motherfuckers. Even him. I said, bro, cut that shit. He said, why? My chick loves it. I said, yeah, bro, it's not you. You're good. You're a good boy. You go to school. You're an athlete, whatever. If you want the fucking mushroom, the toadstool, handle it, Mario brother, right? And your little friends, they're cool. You know, they're in basketball. It's these motherfuckers that get these haircuts that are out there doing crime. Dudes that are 34 years old with a fucking Edgar. First of all, be proud that you still got hair, bitch, right? But never, and I mean never, Holmes, have the mentality that you're getting away with that shit or that shit looks cool, because it doesn't. It looks goofy. Bro, if you have gray in your beard, don't have an Edgar. I repeat, if you're gray, stay away. Okay, just don't do it. But back to fucking the realities of prison in California system. Nobody, not no Edgar, not no Timothys, definitely no Jamals. Nobody's going to go in there and take over the prison system and become the majority. Now, will this new attitude and new way of thinking these youngsters be the majority? Of course. As old school convicts and old school mentalities grow old, in comes the new. But this is how it's always been ran in the California system. There's always going to be those that still hold on to the core values, the old politics, the old ways, that when these youngsters come in, they lace them up. They immediately grasp whoever displays leadership roles or leadership qualities. They're going to pull them to the side and indoctrinate and educate them into the plights and what it's supposed to be, the old school mentality. And a lot of these guys want nothing other than to prove themselves to the old school, right? To the OGs. And so they grip and grasp that mentality and then they spread it. That's why there will never be just an influx of new guys that come in and just take over. Now, I know in the state of Texas, there was that. See, back in the past, there was that old school Texas syndicate, other groups that they had mentality, and then tangos blew up. Okay, but the tango mentality was basically a hostile kind of takeover. They started to get deeper, other gangs, and they collaborated, they got together and took over the system for whatever reason, and now they're the majority, okay? And I get it. I like the tangos. If you ain't blasting, you ain't lasting. I fuck with the mentality. It's a younger, more renegade, more rebelled out mentality, but they're on some real gangster shit. They'll smoke your whole shit back, right? They'll smoke your whole pack, your whole op pack. With these Edgars, it's hard to decipher what exactly they are. If it's just like I said, I think, to be honest, it's just a haircut. It's a fad. It's these girls like it nowadays, so these guys get it, because the guy mentality is this, man. Here's the knowledge you can't get in college. Here's the theme of the day. Fuck prison. Fuck fucking weird haircuts. Here's the theme of the day. Men, this is truth. Everything we do in life revolves around a woman. Even if you don't have one and you're fat and you're just chilling on your fucking couch right now, playing the new fucking Call of Duty, everything we do is for a woman. When we wake up in the morning and we breathe, we take showers, we use deodorant, we put cologne on. Anything we do is in the mindset of, man, I gotta smell good, because you never know if I see a chick. We always say that. The homies always say, damn, gun, you're always fly, you're always G'd up. Why? You never know what I'm gonna see out there, bro. Shit, I'm trying to win. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do some gangster out there, right? Gangster, you're a gangster? No, I'm trying to gangster, right? I'm trying to gangster her. Look, everything we do revolves around women. So I can understand this new haircut being a phase, and the chicks like it, so this is what the youngsters are doing, right? But as far as a group of fucking mushroom heads going into the California prison system taking over, are you fucking kidding me? There's going to be a whole lot of hair chopped off on that yard. There's going to be a whole lot of tight pants ripped off these individuals. It just ain't going to happen, right? Won't be no Edgars taking over, nada. So with that being said, that's just how I feel. Now, that doesn't mean I know I'm going to get a bunch of little Edgars in my fucking comments talking shit to me. You think you're tough? I don't think I'm tough at all, man. I think I'm a man. In fact, I know I'm one, right? With a bald ass head. I couldn't even grow an Edgar if I wanted to. But I will say this. It's not necessarily about the way you look. It's about what you got inside the heart, the determination. If you're ready to be a hitter and pull up and handle your business. But when you have this funny ass fucking plucked eyebrows and funny haircuts, man, you're definitely got less of an advantage. See, being a gangster, being in that, kind of leads toward intimidation, okay? I know when I see dudes jump out of a car fucking all bald, tatted back, immediately I'm on defensive stance, like, oh shit, this motherfucker. And that tattoos and all that doesn't make you, but it definitely shakes you up, wakes you up. You see motherfucker, right? But if you got a fucking ice cream cone and fucking Punky Brewster tattooed on your cheek, you got a flex capacitor over your eye, you got a 13 that you can't even really see. It's all smudged. It looks like it's fucking dripping off your nose, tattooed on your face. A fucking Pontius Pilate haircut. Hella lines. You got more line than eyebrow, right? You got a thin-ass mustache that looks like it's hanging on like in Vogue. It looks like cliffhanger, like Sylvester Stallone's about to fall off your lip. You're walking with some tight-ass aquamarine pants, a shirt that goes up to here that says fucking free lazy boy. We're definitely going to take a look at you and laugh. Okay? The intimidation factor is not there. That means when you jump off the car, what's up? I guess that's what's up. Right, that's exactly what's up. You go to fucking prison, you think you're taking over as Edgar. The only thing you're taking over is latrine duty. Get in there and clean the fucking toilet, son of a bitch. And that's it. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people. I just got to be real.